Hello friend, in this video we will learn about the variables in the JavaScript and the different ways to declare the variables. Okay, so you can see here I have created a variable.js files, and so this is index.html file. Let's add this script tag here. So you can see script tag, okay, then src. Okay, so you can see basics.js give path here of files. So basics and then variable.js, close the script tag. Okay, that's it. And let's go to the live. Okay, so let's open the console by like using the control shift I. Okay, you can see here. So you can see like variables can store the value. We can change the value in variables, so we can like declare the variables like by three ways. One is by using the var keyword, and another is let, and the constant we can declare by using the const uh, variable. Okay, where suppose for example a equal to 10, we can access this value, we can use that value further. Okay, so I will just print here. Okay, you can see 10 is coming here. In JavaScript, like if we are not we need not to give any data types. Okay, it will detect automatically its data type. Okay, we can directly also assign a value to variable without giving any var or let or const. You can see here for example name f equal to, we work like this. Okay, so if we want to print, you can just do the console dot log and common f. Okay, you can see name is coming here, that is default. Okay, if I redeclare, okay, without giving any variables like this as ram, okay, console dot log name f. Now this time it will give answer as here a ram. You can see ram is coming here, but the problem with in this scenario is that suppose if we done some spelling mistake while redeclaring, so reassigning the value to this variable, so it will get changed. For example, uh, by mistakenly I, instead of capital F, I given as a small f, so it will change the value and I try to print this value. Okay, it will create a separate variable. Okay, it will not reassign that value, it will give the same value as a two times. Here as also Deepak, here is also Deepak. Okay, you can see here. So how we can remove this, we can say the this, how to overcome this. So there is a way you can avoid this mistake by, you can see here, use strict. If we use this as a strict, we will get an error. You can see uncaught reference type f name is defined, f name f is not defined. Okay, so it will reduce the our little like means it will overcome this type of problem. We have to compulsory declare variable by using either the while let or var. Okay, so now uh, even we can redeclare a variable by using the var keyword as well. You can see a equal to, if I give as a 30, okay, and try to print console dot log. Okay, you can see 30 is here, so means we can, you can see here I have declared, but again I have declared and assigned the value. Okay, so what is the rules here are, here is some standard naming conventions we have to follow while declaring the variables. Okay, so like always it should be start with the underscore or dollar or alphabeticals. Okay, so if I say uh, compulsory we have to start with initial letter should be start with either A to small a to z or capital A to z. Okay, or either we can say dollar is also allowed and underscore is also allowed. uh, Except this, if we are using any out of this, suppose instead of this like a small a or A to z or capital A to z or underscore or dollar, okay, if you try to give like for example where 3 a 4 like this, it will give an error. Okay, you can see it will give in as a compile time error. Unexpected variable declarations. Okay, you can see if you try to execute this, you can see uncaught syntax error, unexpected number, you can see here. Okay, so we have to either give always start with the variable small a to z or capital A to z underscore or dollar symbol. Okay, you can see here if I give the dollar here, okay, so it will not give any error. You can see error has gone. Okay, so always either give the underscore. Okay, okay, you can see it is allowed. So this is a some standard, we cannot give any special symbol except this dollar. Okay, now let's see the difference between let const and we can say the yeah where let difference between let sorry difference between let const and where. Okay, so let me like write that all the differences here and then I will explain this. Okay, so you can see here I have list down all the difference between the let const and variable. So variable can redeclare, can be updated, but let can only be updated can only updated and cannot be redeclared. Okay, and constant cannot redeclare and reupdated. So it means as we already like I have shown that variable can be redeclared, but let cannot be redeclared. You can see here let, for example, my name equal to Devak, and if I try to again redeclare that variable, it will give an error. Okay, uh, if I redeclare, you can see here now I will save this, we'll get an error. Okay, what it is saying, ungot syntax error identifier, my name has been already declared. Okay, so but in case of where we can redeclare it, but let cannot be redeclared as I already seen in a where case. Okay, but we can update the value whenever we declare a variable by using the let. Okay, so now it will not give any error, you can see, and even we can get the output by using the console.log. Okay, my name, you can see it will give as a ram as output. Okay, you can see here ram has given. Okay, but in case of constant we cannot even redeclare and reupdate, means not, we cannot update as well. Okay, if suppose const pi is there, okay, so value is 3.14. Okay, sorry, 3.14. If I try to reupdate like means try to update it, it will give an uncaught type of error. Okay, suppose for example 3.15. Okay, and if I save this, you can see uncaught type error, assignment to the constant variable. So means variable can we can redeclare updated. Okay, but a constant and the let, in case of let only we can update it. Okay, cannot be redeclared. Constant cannot be redeclared and cannot be updated. Okay, so this is the first difference. Now where is a functional scope. Okay, let and const is a block scope. Okay, let's see the what exactly it is. Okay, for example function. Okay, just a second. Okay, so here I have wrote one function that is get name. Okay, so what exactly mean var has a functional scope and let and const is a block scope. So let's see by this example. Okay, so you can see here this is a function that is get name. Inside there is a one block that is if block. So var equal to first name. So here I have declared as a Deepak and the I'm trying to access it outside of the this block scope. So means it has a functional scope. It will give the output as a first name as a Deepak. You can see because where has a functional scope. If you try to access anywhere within this function, okay, either it may be the inside, outside of this block. Okay, it is accessible. Okay, if I save it, okay, so just a second. Yeah, let me check here. RAM, for example. Okay, you can see RAM is coming here. Okay, but in case of let has a only block scope. You can see here let and const is a block scope. Okay, if I try like change instead of where if I give let here, it will give an uncaught type of reference error because we it is not accessible outside of this block. Okay, you can see here if I save. Okay, uncaught reference error. First name is not defined because it is not accessible, so it is not able to find this. Okay, so it means it has a block scope. Same is like with the constant as well. Okay, so now third is where and let can be declared without initializing but constant cannot. Okay, means we cannot initialize the without initialization of the constant variable. Means we cannot do like that one. Okay, let's see by the example. Okay, so you can see here as I given third point here where and let can be declared without initialization but cannot do constant cannot. Okay, so if I save here it will not give any error, but if I try to declare variable without initializing sorry constant, so for example pi. Okay, so it will give an error uncaught syntax error missing initialization in constant. Okay, same here the fourth point is the same. It is associated with this only if we try to access the where variable. So okay, so without initialization its a default value is undefined. Okay, let cannot be. So if you try to access it, for example console dot log, it will give an its default value. Okay, because where has a default value as undefined. Okay, but if I try to access this console sorry let variable without initializing, it will give an error, for example b. Okay, so for the time being I will comment on it. Okay, okay, you can see undefined is coming here because where has a its default value as a undefined. But if we try to access the let variable without initializing, so it will give an error. Or let me what I have done, reference error. Okay, okay, I got it. What exactly it is? Just a second. Okay, so the meaning is that, like, suppose, as I said, where will give as output as undefined. Let is also giving because I'm first declaring and then trying to access. So, but before in declarations, if I try to access, okay, for example, this, okay, I have declared it below and trying to access before declarations. Okay, for the time being, I will comment out this. Okay, it will give an undefined. What I'm trying to here before declarations, I'm trying to access it. It will give its default value as undefined. Okay, we can see. But in case of this let, it will give an error. Okay, I'm so earlier what I have done here, I have declared it and then I'm trying to access it. But in this if I try to access before its declaration, it will give an error in case of let, but where cannot give. Okay, you can see cannot access before initialization. Okay, means if we are trying to access before its declarations, it will give this error. But in case of where variable, it will not give. You can see undefined is coming here, and const you can we know that we have to compulsory initialize it. Okay, so yeah, this is the difference between let, where, and const. So in the next video we will see the data types in the JavaScript.